Are you taking on extra risk to try to make up for not having grown your retirement account to where it needs to be in order for you to be able to live comfortably for life? If so, you're not the only one. But in this video, I want to share what scares me about this. Welcome to Retire Certain, where I share our adventure of investing for, well, I've been investing for almost 40 years, but also over the last 15 years, we've created alternative income streams. So I write about at retirecertain.com, my website, and share videos here about our investing in core assets like stocks and bonds, but also alternative assets that create income streams. In this video, I want to share with you something that really concerns me. And one of my coaching clients was doing this, and I think people are not really maybe aware of it, and I wanted to bring it to your attention. Now, by sharing this, I don't want you to think that I am married to just a stock and bond portfolio. I think that stocks and bonds make up those great liquid assets are fantastic for a core portfolio, particularly when the risk is managed around that and there's some tactical investing around that. Having said that, I also love alternative investments because I think that that's what a lot of people need in this day and age to help them live comfortably for life when they haven't saved enough money. But what I'm seeing happen is that, say that someone had their investments, maybe they had 60% in stocks and 40% in bonds based on the risk level that they wanted and based on their age and their retirement, desired retirement age. And what's happening is people haven't reached that level that they need in order to live comfortably, so they've increased the amount of exposure they have to stocks and reduced the lower risk investment exposure. So maybe they've moved up to 90% stocks and 10% fixed income or bonds. Now, typical traditional retirement is based on you saving that money, being employed, saving that money, investing in stocks and bonds, and then after you retire, you cut back your expenses and you withdraw usually 3 to 4% of your retirement savings every year to live. That's not how we chose to retire for a number of reasons that I spell out in this video here, so be sure to check that out. But that's how most people are invested, right? Most people are simply invested in stocks and bonds. And so this sequence of return risk, what happens is all this research has been done to say, oh yeah, it's safe for you to withdraw about 4% a year. And this is a research that was done that became sort of the standard. But what also is a part of that is something called the sequence of returns risk. And it simply means that if you go through a large stock market, bear market, early in retirement or just before you retire, something like what we saw in the 2000s decade. We saw those two horrible bear markets, which we haven't seen in the last decade, right? We have had a couple little short blips, right? But if you go through one of those big nasty bear markets, and they will happen again, let's face it, then and that happens just before or just after you retire, then that sort of blows your plan. It significantly reduces the probability that you'll have enough money to withdraw that 4% a year to live in retirement, right? So the sequence of returns risk is real. It's part of that equation, and this is why I think it's super important for everyone to be aware of the risk that they have in the stock market. I've done a video on that. You can check it out here. And choose risk that works for them. Not only that, be aware of what's happening in the economy because it so affects the value of stocks, and take other precautions to make sure that you have protected your money to help you throughout your entire life and have those funds that you need. If you found this helpful, make sure you check out this video next. You'll love it.